may be at church. You may be at work. You may be asleep. God grant that you will be ready when he makes his personal appearance. My God, what if his appearance occurs on a Sunday morning? My prophetic word to you this morning is get ready! Get ready!
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Share, subscribe, like this video. Make sure you put your prayer request in the bottom. Everybody's having a pleasant day. I have not. Today has just been one of those days. I wish I stayed in bed, to be honest with you. It's just been a bad day all around. Oh, people, can we just please get off this planet? I got a report today. I got a strange letter. I have another account that I have. It's just not really, it's just money that I keep back for an emergency. And I add funds to that. And to come out to find out if somebody's evidently been hacking into it and has raided that account. So now I've got to go to the bank Monday, but they only insure me for 90 days. And I don't know how long it's been gone because I don't spend money out of that account. So, it's just been one thing after another. Boy, when you're working for God, it just never ends. Seems like everything's always after. I'm not worried about it. Not at all. Like I said, I've been broke all my life. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, that's just something I'm not going to let it beat me up. I know that God's got this handled, and I'm going to let him handle it. Because I told them I'll be down there Monday to try to fix this mess. And today, I've let my firewood go for at least 3 years, and I've been hoping, you know, we was out of here before winter ever got here. So I need firewood, so I had to contact a guy, and it's not cheap to buy firewood here by any means, so I've got to take care of that because I have barely a month of firewood here, and it's getting, and they're saying this could be a very bad winter. On top of that, and hopefully we're out of here before the winter, so that's what I'm hoping and praying for. Is that we're out of here and I don't have to deal with this world anymore, because I'm tired of it, people. I have no idea just how tired of this world I truly am. Oh, but you know what? I'm blessed. I'm alive. I can breathe. I've got you guys. I've got everybody else. And I got to remind everybody to keep Bonnie McCoy in your prayers. She's very sick. She don't know where she's picked it up at, but keep her in your prayers. She's very sick. So I've got that on my mind too. It's just one thing after another. It's just been an all-around bad day, but you know, we have them. Like I said, we're still breathing, and we can still spread the gospel, 1 Corinthians 1-4, to the world. That's all that's important. We can lose all this stuff. It don't really matter. At least it don't matter to me. Just let it all go. That's fine. And see what happens. So we'll see what goes on. Now, with everything else besides my day of chaos that the devil has just smacked me upside the head, which has been fun, that Russia's now recruiting 130,000 man army on top of the other, I can't remember. I mean, they're over 2 million now that they're recruiting and getting it ready. Now, I discussed in the video this morning that something that we saw a prelude to World War III that we've discussed here for about a year. And remember, that was what I was telling you about, a main thrust that Russia will do into Ukraine, and they'll take the whole west side, them along with Belarus. Now, I've been saying that now for about a year, because that's what we've all seen. Well, MI6, British intelligence, came out last night. They found intelligence that Russia is going to take a 1 million man army and take Kyiv and the western part of Ukraine, just like we said it would happen. that this is going to happen early 2024. That this is what they're planning on doing. So hopefully this means that we leave before that, because I think that they have to knock our resources out before they can even do that. Because I think that that's what's going to happen. I think they'll hit us first. And then, well, we all know how that ends up. We get raptured out of here. So let's pray that that's the case. And we're closer to getting out of here. It's definitely, the birth pangs are just growing like we've never seen. As soon as I got home, with all this chaos, I did manage to take a real close look at the radar. And once again, the military is just, it's buzzing. You've got your doomsday planes up. They're all over the place. So this thing it's not cooling down. There's a lot of stuff going on around the world right now as we speak. So definitely a very good chance that the rapture is very, very soon. Because I think these people are going to blow each other up. And we are going to be gone before that happens. So, because it ain't going to be long, because they're not going to stop. Now, they're said that they voted down the money to Ukraine while the government's getting ready to shut down. Which I don't think that means anything. I don't care what Congress... They didn't even do a Congress vote for the money that's been sent. It's been sent there illegally already. I don't know what I don't think they've used Congress this year for anything. They just keep sending money. So, everybody's kind of, excited about that. But I'm like, people, they haven't approved this stuff through Congress in forever. And they're still sending them billions of dollars. Why our government's literally going bankrupt. So, see that if you, believe it if you see it. Or I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. And I don't even think they'll probably even hide it from this point on and won't even tell you. But it'll still be going. They're going to keep funding that till there is no country left. We've already figured that out. Lord, 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 I hope you guys are having a better day. And hopefully we'll see Jesus soon. And we don't have to deal with all this junk anymore. That's what's important, is getting out of here and telling our brothers and sisters that they have limited time to get on that ark. Because the world is definitely corroding so fast. It's like I go to work, I come back, and I'm like, okay, it can't get any worse. And then I get home, and I'm like, oh, really? That happened? I ain't been gone that long. It just keeps corroding. Every day it gets worse. The deal between Saudi Arabia and Israel, from what I'm finding out, is very close to getting done. It looks like Israel is going to sign this nuclear, I can't think of what it's called. But it's like, show us what you got, and we'll show you what we got. No nuclear bombs in the Middle East. Looks like Israel is, going to sign this thing. That means, and we know they've got nuclear weapons, that means they'd have to give them up. But also, another part of this deal is for the Palestinians, like we've discussed here, which is all Bible. And that looks like that's very close to getting done too. And Saudi Arabia is coming out and saying, listen, if they will give us nuclear technology, us being the United States, and that's what they want. They want nuclear technology and our military, kind of like a NATO deal, like we have with NATO and what we have with Japan and South Korea. That's what they want. They want assurances. That's what they're looking for. We give them that, and it looks like our country is going to do that in spades. And then they'll normalize relations with Israel, which will be the peace treaty, the 7 years of peace. And everybody keeps talking peace and safety, peace and safety, peace and safety, just like the Bible told us. People, we're living in Bible times like we have never seen in my life. I've never seen anything like it. It's coming straight off the Scripture. When I was talking to the bank, they're like, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, hopefully Jesus comes back the way it's going. It's coming very quickly. I ain't going to have to worry about banks anymore and all that garbage. I don't have to deal with any of it. We'll just be out of here and don't have to worry about bills and stuff. Won't that be great? No more bills, no more any of this junk. We'll just be able to be at peace and sit on a beach up in heaven somewhere. That sounds really good to me, because I'm telling you, I'm tired of this world, brothers and sisters. I really am. I'm tired of it. with everything with Ukraine and Russia right now. And if MI6 is correct, and I know it's going to happen. I've already seen it. And that is what brings on the first strike, is that major offensive that Russia's getting ready to do. It's kind of like a blitzkrieg, like the Germans did, or what American did also in Iraq. That's what will happen. It will come in very fast. Ukraine will lose every bit of ground and more to this offensive when it happens. And it will happen. I mean, you've seen it. And here's the question. What is everybody going to do when it happens? China is buying up all the corn and all the wheat around the world. I mean, literally, they're just buying it up. Everybody is buying up supplies because they know they're about to uncouple from this crazy thing that we've had for years, that everybody said, well, if everybody trades with everybody, there won't be a world war. Well, that's already stopping. And everybody's hoarding up everything because they know the world's getting ready to go to war. And it is. It will be suddenly and very quickly. We know it's coming. And now with all this peace treaty and all this stuff with Israel, there is your Jacob's trouble. Daniel's 70th week is definitely looking us right between the eyes as we speak. So, I mean, we're definitely close. Like I tell you, I'm on here every day and every night letting you know, just keep your eyes on the sky, because that trumpet could fire at any time, the way it's going right now. And the world is so corrupt and so messed up. Still looking into all these children disappearing. It's an alarming thing. There's so much going on that it's just hard to wrap our minds around everything. I mean, right now, we're maybe days away from a major world war. It could happen at any time. And we're just now hitting fall. And I've had a lot of bad dreams about October. If this ain't the October we get out of here, it's going to be a very dark one, I'm afraid. I'm just hoping that the rapture happens. If this is that October that I've been seeing, we're out of here quickly. Like I tell you, not to fear anything. God's got this. He's never late. He's always told me that, and I figured that out. He's never late. It's like with all my issues, with my health and everything else, I've just laid it on. I was like, Lord, I can't deal with this stuff anymore. You've got to deal with it. I can't deal with it. I'm done. It's all yours. I trust you. And I did. I've just handed him all my problems because I can't deal with them, just like with my ankle and stuff. I was so stressed about that for so many days, but thank God for your all's prayers. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I've done without you guys this past year. I don't know. God bless each and every one of you, and I pray that God blesses each and every one of you as much as it has me, for you guys being my friends and bringing me into your families. Because I don't know what I would have done, because it's been a hard year. It has been a hard year. And hopefully we're out of here very, very soon. This is the time of year my mom loved, and it's very hard on me at this time of year that Mom is not here. It's hard to believe it's been 3 years since she's been gone, coming up. Very hard to believe. It really is. But time has flew, and I've noticed that, it's like September. It came and went so fast. I don't know if you guys have noticed it too. It's like time is flying by. It's quick. Seemed like I was sitting in the beginning of, August, and I was like, oh, we'll never get to September. And now we're already at the end of September. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but days are flying by so quick. I definitely think that is a sign also of the ending coming so soon. I mean, you can see it, you can smell it. I mean, I see a lot of your all's comments. You're like, you feel it just like I do. You can see it and you can feel it. That's what's amazing. We all can see it and we can feel it. We're all having the dreams and visions, and I have noticed all of your all's dreams and visions. I've been studying them, and we all keep seeing the same thing. A lot of us seeing the babies, the toddlers, and I've been dreaming about wedding cakes and everything else. And I don't know why I keep dreaming about wedding cakes. I guess it's this banquet that we're getting ready to go to, because I keep dreaming about that wedding dresses. Trust me, I ain't thinking about no wedding down here by any means. So I keep dreaming about that. The other night I dreamed I was in military clothes. And I had my weapon, my assault weapon, and everything else. I'm like, wow, this was back in the day. And then there was a Humvee that pulled up, and there was a woman in there with a wedding dress. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I woke up. I'm like, that's why I'm saying all my dreams are revolved around wedding dresses and wedding cakes. So I definitely think we're close. It makes no sense. These things are just popping up in random dreams out of nowhere. That and toddlers and babies, literally, just out of nowhere. So I think God's telling us we're definitely close to getting out of here. I've been keeping an eye on Israel like a hawk, and with them and the relationship between them and Saudi Arabia, which I don't trust, which we all know that that's going to end like a train wreck. The Bible tells us so. But them and Iran and Syria, Israel is surrounded by her enemies like she's never have. I mean, literally right now she is completely, and she's putting all of her trust in all these horrible nations, and it's going to backfire on her. That's how I know we're close to we're definitely close. We are seeing Scripture like we've never seen it. So don't put your heads down. Don't discourage. Trust me, we're probably going to have more bad days before we get out of here. Hopefully not. But you know what? We'll just keep each other in prayers. I'm going to pray for you. You're going to pray for me. And we're going to get through this day by day until we're out of here. That's what we just got to keep thinking. And keep chugging along. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to chug along. We're going to keep praying for each other, support each other, and that's what we're going to do. Because that's all we can do. You guys are my family and I'm yours. And we're all in on this together. God, thank you, Jesus, that we're all awake. Pray for all the watchmen and the watchwomen out there that's on here day in, day out, that they're on here telling everybody we had limited time. And there's a lot of them out there doing the same thing, telling you have limited time. And you do. I mean, we all see it. We don't know when it is. Or like Brother John at Watchman for that great day, praying for it's the next 2 hours. And I agree with you, Brother John. I hope it is in the next couple hours that we're out of here. The faster, the better. I'd like to wake up in heaven tomorrow just like you guys would, and I'm praying that is so much the case. I know Sister Gigi is really praying and hoping that we're out of here tonight. God bless Gigi over at Blue Heaven. We love Gigi. And Kim, I know poor old Kim Fisher and me, we go over all kinds of stuff. Heck, we send each other tiki hut pictures and all kinds of funny animal videos just to get us through the day. God bless Kim. And so many others in these days. That's what we got to do. We're just going to have to support each other and be there for each other. That's all we can do. We do this day in, day out, just to let everybody know that Jesus is coming, and we're going to keep doing that until we're out of here. And just keep praying that Jesus comes and gets the body, gets us out of here. And I do believe we're very close to that with what's happening with Israel. It has to be close. Has to be. Oh, wouldn't it be great that we're all having a big picnic in the next couple of days in heaven and don't have to deal with this place anymore? Wouldn't that be great? I don't have to worry about all this firewood that I'm going to have to deal with. I do have a truckload on its way here. I don't know how big it is. A couple of years ago, I quit doing that because I'd order a truckload and they'd bring me nothing. And I end up paying the full price for it. So this time I'm going to see what this truckload will look like. But hopefully I'll never have to use it. I've already thanked Jesus for it. And like I said, hopefully I'll never, ever have to use it. And that's what's important. As you can tell, everybody's out on their four-wheelers enjoying the early fall. I guess everybody's starting the hunting seasons, I guess. You'll be hearing a lot of that in the next, if we're still here, everybody will be out hunting. Especially in my area. I don't know about you, but I live out in the sticks. Out where Mothman runs around and has parties in the trees, because I'm definitely in the middle of nowhere. I'm surprised I ain't seen the Flintstones up here. Or animals you haven't seen before. I mean, we live out in the middle of nowhere, but that's fine. I like it here. It's peaceful. God's blessed me with this place. And that's all I can ask for. I've got a roof over my head. There's a lot of people out there that don't, so I don't complain. I could be without nothing, and I won't complain because there's people out here that are homeless. You know, that's why I said it'll be such a better day when we don't have to be here anymore, and there'll be no more homeless people. All that stuff will be gone. The thousand-year millennial reign that's on its way, there won't be any of that. There will be no starving people. What a great day that will be. What a great day that will be. Can I get an amen? I hate seeing people suffer. I love people more than words can say. Even my enemies on here that come against me on this channel, boy, I pray for them and their family because I love them. I don't want to see anybody left behind, not on this planet. So let's keep praying for everybody. Pray for the people in Ukraine, these soldiers, and the ones in Russia. These are still our brothers and sisters on both sides. Pray for the Jews. Keep them in your prayers. They've got a rough time ahead of them. Thank you guys for letting me come back into your house tonight and vent a little bit to you guys. Because like I said, I don't have anybody. You guys are my family. You're all I got. So thank God that you all let me come into your households every day and night. And thank you guys for all your kind comments and all your prayers. I love you guys more than you'll ever know. If I don't see or hear from you again, thank you once again for tuning in to Global Rapture Watchers, where we do daily updates here on YouTube, letting you know that we're one day closer to our Lord and Savior coming back. Thank you for all the support for this channel. This channel was created for God's sheep, those that are waiting for their Lord and Savior to come back and get us in these last days. We do updates once to 2 times a day here on YouTube. Thank you for all your support for the channel. God bless each and every one of you.